That's what it did to me. All right, so a little quick one, bit of an update. As I did in the last one, I put in the aux beam control panel. Slight side effect that I didn't allow for in the Raptor. In the Raptor, when you're under throttle, this is the hot side turbo pipe coming off the intercooler back to the throttle body. This expands a lot. And it rubs, and we got about halfway to Renmark over at Easter and it burst open and spread a lot of oil everywhere. But yeah, basically made the car a bit of a slug, less than ideal, drops all the back pressure off the turbo. You don't want to leave it like this. Went to order the replacement part from Ford, and this single part from here to here is $380. And I was like, youch, I don't really want to pay that much for a piece of rubber hose. So I went to Platinum, and for very similar money, I got hard pipes because they don't expand. They still use the rubber ends, so you still allow for the flex of the motor, but then you don't get the issue of the actual hose moving around a lot and rubbing on things, which is always good. And then while I was there, I went to Plasma Man as well. And this is a throttle body replacement, like the T-pipe, throttle body pipe, because this is just plastic. I didn't realize this, but that's under a lot of pressure. So I got a cast one to replace that as well. So it shouldn't take too long. I got hot and cold side. Let's get into it. Now these pipes are really easy to get off because they've got these quick release clamps. So you just pull up the bunny ears like that, lock them out, and then it just pulls off, which that's really cool. Makes this whole job very easy because I can do it outside the car now. Cool, both out. It's like a Torx head. The only thing with this is the angle is a bit funky. I'm so worried about dropping these bolts because I am at a bit of a time crunch. I'm trying to do this in about half an hour. Can't reach. Can't actually see either. Stand on my bull bar, I think. All right, so that's the piece of plastic that comes out. I'm always very surprised by how much oil is in all of these bits, all through the intake. Now this is something that's interesting as well. This is a diesel, but it's got a throttle body. Most modern diesels have throttle bodies. So basically what it does is the butterfly controls the boost pressure. So what it will do is it will close the throttle body off, build up boost in the system, and then open it and let through charged air. It basically minimizes the boost lag. But yeah, just an extra little thing, but that sandwiches together using the same bolt. So just be careful you don't knock it out when you change this over. And this is the cast one, it's the old plastic one. Just gotta take the O-ring out and put it in the new one. Like so. Then we carefully have to put everything back together. Yeah, angle's the same. Cool, just make sure I didn't put it on backwards or something. This bit didn't really need to be done. I just thought while I'm here, I'll make it better. But yeah, when I saw it was plastic, I was kind of like, it's probably one of those components that probably shouldn't be plastic, especially when it's got like, this is a bit that actually gets levered on a bit. Having said that though, the piece under the throttle body looks like it's plastic as well. So there's still a bit of plastic in between this and the motor, but I don't know, at least it looks better, I guess. Cool, that's on ski. You have to retain that, you have to retain this, but you got to cut this hose sort of here-ish, and that just goes in the middle like that. Yeah, and then you got to get the straight connector out, I think. Do you? I think you do. Oh, man. She's in pretty good. There we go. All right, and I don't think you need that anymore because that just pushes straight on. That. And one thing is, I like doing. I just make sure that the clamp's back where it was, basically. All right, now this is the problem bit of the pipe. This is my little patchwork that we did when we got to Renmark and we had to get home. This is a Cooper's beer can, duct tape and 3 cable ties, which sort of sealed the booster leak, but it's, it didn't really hold that well, and it sounds like a whoopee cushion coming off the line, which is suboptimal, as you would say. However, to make this piece fit, so I've just cut myself on the can. There's so much oil in this, it's crazy. That would be the, I think it's the EGR that'd be sending all the oil back down the intake. Or it's just heaps of blow-by. But for a diesel, I don't think that's super unusual. There you go, a bit of beer cans come out there. How's the split on the hose? That's what it did to me. All right. Now I think all we have to do is we just have to cut through it, basically where it's already failed. And then we just clamp it on. Now that looks terrible, but we've separated it. And then we just have to push it on. That. All right, now we gotta make this hose fit. So that's just gotta push in. You just click up the bunny ears, and then they've got a retainer, and you just hook them over that. Oh no, actually, with these, you don't have to do anything like that. You just push it on, and then you should hear 2 clicks when it's in place. Like that. Click, click. Put it up a little bit. This is really sweaty work. Cool, that's on. Then we just tighten up the clamps. You just gotta make sure the clamps are tight and are really holding it, because clamps are doing a lot more work than they used to be doing on a setup like this. There we go. A boost pipe, that's all together again. And I just gotta drop this back in. Done. All right, and now that's the cold side hose completely done. But this was really quick and easy. Now this hard pipe as well shouldn't expand and rub like it did the old one. So that big reason I went to the hard pipe is because I can't afford to have that movement with this panel here. And also, like, the pipe that comes with it it looks homemade, which is surprising from a factory. I reckon Ford could have done something a little bit better than that. Anyway, that was a nice, quick, easy install, and we'll come back for the rest of it. I'm really sweaty. All right, we're back another day. Got a little bit more time, so I'm gonna do the cold side of the turbo now. All right, so it's all out. That's the turbo muffler that comes basically directly off the back of the turbo. Look how much oil comes off this thing. Like, there's so much oil in the intake line, which is a little bit concerning, to be honest. I don't know if that's like from the EGR or if it's just blow-by. Because if it's blow-by, I probably should be looking at a catch can or something, because that's a lot of blow-by. If it's EGR, well, there's not really a lot I can do. But it's very black. And it is actually a little bit sooty, which is not good. All right, I've pulled the hose out, all right? And I've got to basically, with the hard pipe, make this shape up again. So I've got using the old one as a template, and then I've got to use the hard pipe, adapt the sizes so they fit together, and then keep my tail here, because that's my my clip is on that, the quick connect. That's their turbo mufflers all together. Why did I wear a nice shirt to do this? All right, let's fire her up. There we go. Dunsky, hard pipes.